Friday the 13th. History, superstitions, and modern myths. Prepare yourself for a wild ride from ancient origins through spooky superstitions, quirky psychological quirks, and right into the boogeyman of modern pop culture. Number 5. The origins of Friday the 13th. The origin story, where all great tales begin. The dread associated with Friday the 13th can trace its roots back to the unholy matrimony of two individually feared phenomena, the date and the day. Friday has been considered unlucky since time immemorial. Think ancient Roman. Number 4. Historical events on Friday the 13th. History seems to delight in adding its own layer of spookiness to this date. Consider the catastrophic stock market crash of 1989, known as Black Friday, that left investors hyperventilating into paper bags. Or travel back to the early 14th century when King Philip IV of France ordered the arrest and subsequent torture of the Knights Templar on Friday, October 13, 1307. More recently, in 1972, a Uruguayan rugby team's plane crashed in the Andes, resulting in a harrowing tale of survival that would become the stuff of legends. However you slice it, the annals of history haven't exactly painted this day in a rosy hue. Number 3. Superstitions from around the world. Hold onto your rabbit's foot as we globe-trot through a kaleidoscope of Friday the 13th superstitions. In Spain and Greece, it's actually Tuesday the 13th that sends shivers down spines. Meanwhile, Italy's unlucky day falls on Friday the 17th. Across the pond in the United States, you'll find people avoiding everything from making major purchases to stepping out of the house altogether. Then there's the intriguing connection between Friday the 13th and ghostly folklore in rural Latin America, where parents warn their children to look out for La Llorona, the wailing woman said to snatch up kids on this very day. Suffice to say, fear manifests in curious ways depending on your latitude and longitude. Number 2. The psychology behind the fear. Ever wondered why some people would rather bathe with a toaster than leave the house on Friday the 13th? Enter psychology. The fear of Friday the 13th is so pervasive that it even has an official name, Friggatriskadekaphobia. Studies suggest that this fear could be a self-fulfilling prophecy. People who believe the day will be unlucky may unconsciously make decisions that lead to accidents or mishaps. Cognitive biases like the confirmation bias lead us to remember the bad and forget the uneventful. Throw in some cultural conditioning, a sprinkle of media influence, and voila, anxiety cocktail shaken, not stirred. Number 1. Modern media and pop culture. If ancient beliefs didn't scare you off, maybe the silver screen will. Modern media has seized upon the eerie glamour of Friday the 13th with gusto. We can't talk about this date without giving a nod to the infamous Friday the 13th film franchise, where Jason Voorhees' hockey mask pops up more frequently than 80s hairdos at a retro disco. Beyond the machete-wielding mania, TV shows, books, and even memes keep the superstition alive, making Friday the 13th a day for binging horror flicks, sharing creepy anecdotes, and generally reveling in the thrill of a socially sanctioned spook fest. And so, dear reader, we come to the end of our unnerving yet utterly fascinating odyssey through the dark corridors of Friday the 13th. From ancient roots to modern myths and psychological quirks, it's clear that this date isn't going anywhere, and neither is our fascination with it. So, next time the calendar ticks over to Friday the 13th, just remember, whether you're hiding under the covers or binge-watching horror classics, you're tapping into a rich tapestry of history, psychology, and global superstition. Happy Friggatriskadekaphobia Day, and whatever you do, don't walk under any ladders. Winking face.